pretty much got everything that you could ever imagine. But you feel like even though you got everything in the world, you got nothing. So what you do then is you start going backwards. You run in a direction and you looking for something that isn't real. No, you know is that you just gotta have it. What you doing is sleeping and thinking that you're awake and you're not. And the problem is that you don't know what you're after. So you put everything that you have into what.
Ooh, bro. Facts, bro. Yes, bro. And then when the photo went away, it's already symbolizing you lost your family, and it also reminded me of that Nickelback video, "Saving Me." That's one of my favorite videos. How people just fade away when the time runs down to zero. That's one of my favorite videos of all time. Hey, freak, go man. Let's get straight to the biz. So today is June 15th. Happy 615 day. I should have did like a Nashville inspired stream or something, but you know, shoulda, coulda, woulda. What we about to do today is continue our NF journey. I got the next song in the journey is "Wake Up." Oh, I forgot to get the fucking lyrics up. Hold up, baby. They got him as a Christian rapper. Bro said he not a Christian rapper. He a rapper that's a Christian, man. Stop disrespecting him. Everything set. All right, we got NF with "Wake Up."
You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape. 'Cause you live your life in a coma, you never awake. If you'd open your eyes, then maybe you'd see what's at stake.
Bro, already talking, man. He already talking. This is something I preach all the time, bro. Like a lot of people living on autopilot, and I can't blame you. Right now, I feel like I'm on autopilot, and everything's like a blur. So it's like I get it, bro. When you chasing the bills, you chasing the money, you chasing your dream, whatever it is. It's like time just starts slipping. You're living in a coma. You don't realize you're awake. Sometimes you're just moving, don't know what's at stake. That's facts, baby.
And maybe you'd see what's at stake. You're sleeping. You're sleeping. You make a lot of money and you live in a mansion and pretty much got everything that you could ever imagine. But you feel like even though you got everything in the world, you got nothing. So what you do then is you start going backwards. You run in a direction and you looking for something that isn't real. No, you know is that you just gotta have it. What you doing is sleeping and thinking that you're awake and you're not. And the problem is that you don't know what you're after. So you put everything that you have into what.
Ooh, bro. Facts, bro. Yes, bro. And then when the photo went away, it's already symbolizing you lost your family, and it also reminded me of that Nickelback video, "Saving Me." That's one of my favorite videos. How people just fade away when the time runs down to zero. That's one of my favorite videos of all time. But anyway, this right here, it made me think about something already, and I'm gonna tap into it after the verse is over.
You're sleeping. You're sleeping. You make a lot of money and you live in a mansion and pretty much got everything that you could ever imagine. But you feel like even though you got everything in the world, you got nothing. So what you do then is you start going backwards. You run in a direction and you looking for something that isn't real. No, you know is that you just gotta have it. What you doing is sleeping and thinking that you're awake and you're not. And the problem is that you don't know what you're after. So you put everything that you have into what you do, hoping that one day maybe you don't have to feel like you're empty. But as you get older, a lot of weight on your shoulders is getting heavy. Then you look back and you start to regret things. You only get one life, and every time you look into yours, you feel like everything you have is a waste. And the problem and the reason you can never feel a hole in your life is because you were never awake. You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape.
What I like about this is it's usually shown from the man's perspective of the man chasing his goals so much that he loses his family. But this video is showing a woman chasing the dream so hard, chasing her goals so hard that she loses her family. I like that little switch up in contemporary social norms and stuff like that. But this reminds me of like my experience when I lived in a city called Dublin, Ohio. It's like a suburb to Columbus. It's like the most like wealthy area I lived in next to Alpharetta, Georgia. It's like super wealthy, but I moved there from like Southside Nashville, and I had like a supreme culture shock. And I was just there, and it was just like they seemed like they had everything, you know. People had all the money in the world, everything. They cared about just different set of things, you know, like they cared about money more than family, it seemed like on the surface, you know what I mean? Like their intermediate family was cool, but like, and I'm speaking generally, this doesn't apply to everybody with money or everybody that's rich. This is just the different things that I noticed when I got there. I could use Alpharetta even better. Like when I was in Alpharetta, a lot of people had money, a lot of people had like material things, but it seemed kind of empty, you know, like the kids was on drugs, the parents was too busy to even know their kids was on drugs, and like hard drugs or like Molly and like just all types of pills and shit like that. But then when you go to like the south side of, or the west side, I was on the west side of Atlanta, Bankhead, H.E. Holmes area. I'm at my bro's house, and he got so many family members there, bro. They don't have no money, but they got each other. And it's just, it's such a different polarity. It's like such a different world. It's like they sleeping on the floor, sharing noodles. Actually, what's crazy is there's a rapper named Kenny Mason. Me and him got into it over some yakisoba noodles, some noodles. It's like another version of ramen noodles, but a little better. We got into it over the noodles in the studio, but I'm mad that that's the only experience I could really share about the guy. That dude is dope as hell, and I might start reacting to some of his videos too. But yeah, this is dope because like people with money. Long story short, some people with money don't have the love or the family. You know what I'm saying? Because they work so hard, they never looked around and appreciate what it was. I could relate to that because I understand both sides of it. You know.
'Cause you live
I thought that was
a
Kendall
life
Jenner
in
for a
a
second.
coma, you never awake. But feel like you never got up and go to work, and you feeling like you ain't got a purpose, and you trying to get motivated, but everything you do turns into a mess, like you ain't nothing but worthless. And yo, you look around, a lot of these other people you looking at, to you describe as perfect. So you point a finger at God and tell him to do his job and fix your life up, cause nothing is working. And you would try to hide it and make it seem like it's nothing, but really you feel like everything is crashing around you. And you developed the problem in trusting in other people, which later became an issue that would mentally pound you. You only get one life, but every time you look into yours, you feel like all you ever see are mistakes. And the problem and the reason you can never move forward in life is because you were never awake. Wake up.
That's tough, bro. So are these two separate stories? Are these two separate stories?
But feel like you never got up on it, but feel like you never got. You wake up in the morning, but feel like you never got up and go to work, and you feeling like you ain't got a purpose, and you trying to get motivated, but
Okay, I think I see what's going on here. So she's in the house going crazy because she lost her family, and he's outside dealing with a similar scenario of being stuck in a coma. And eventually, are these stories going to cross paths?
everything you do turns into a mess, like you ain't nothing but worthless. And yo, you look around, a lot of these other people you looking at, to you describe as perfect. So you
That's what I'm talking about. You sitting here looking around thinking everybody else is doing better, but they got their own battles. You just might not see that shit.
point a finger at God and tell him to do his job and fix your life up, cause nothing is working. And you would try to hide it and make it seem like it's nothing, but really you feel like everything is crashing around you. And you developed the problem in trusting in other people, which later became an issue that would mentally pound you. You only get one life, but every time you look into yours, you feel like all you ever see are mistakes. And the problem and the reason you can never move forward in life is because you were never awake. Wake up. You spend your life in a dream that you can't escape.
Bruh. The alternator. That's me with the alternator.
Life in a coma, you never awake.
I love when like vocals clash. I love when the vocals clash. There's a song called "A Part of Me" by Neck Deep. That's one of my favorite songs. With that as an example, when vocals clash, you got the man singing, you got the woman singing, and it's real smooth. Then they clash, and then they start like kind of the vocals get louder. They kind of screaming it. I like how he was singing the hook real soft and chill the whole time, and then on the final hook, it's like really expressive. Like I like to do that too when I make my music, and then he's yelling it instead of singing it. There's little things like that that creates more emotion and infliction on the song. Man, so they don't clash. The stories don't clash. They don't collide. Not directly, at least. Mm, damn, damn. With the time lapse to when they get old. Damn, that's tough. Let me double check something real quick. I'm just trying to see something real quick.
You're sleeping.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to make sure I wasn't tripping. Yeah, they stories don't clash directly. That's the dad. I was like, bro, was that the dad? That wasn't the dad. So basically, the only way their stories collide is like how you could be right next to somebody going through it. It look like they got it all made. You've been struggling, collecting all your coins. In reality, both of y'all are going through that shit. Like both of y'all are going through it. You never know what anybody's going through. And it's also kind of crazy because like there was this one guy I picked up one time in the Uber, and the guy was like a lawyer. It's a different lawyer story, not the same lawyer story I said before. I don't know if I put that out yet, but it's a different lawyer. Lawyers be going through it now that I think about it. But this dude was like, he had a nice ass house, fire ass house. And he used to have dreams of being a rapper, doing music. He even rapped for me. He started rapping for me. I could tell which era he was in. He was in that at one point in rap it was cool to be super smart, then out of nowhere it became cool to be dumb as fuck and just like no effort. But there was a scholastic era, like a scholar era where it was like I'm the most knowledgeable person in the world. It's like some Wu-Tang type shit. He comes from like that Wu-Tang era, a guy from New York. And he was rapping the words for me, and it was just all these big ass words, and it's to the point where he was saying a bunch of big words, but he wasn't really saying shit. It was more so just impressive that he was stringing all the words together, you know. But see, me not being a critic, I was able to appreciate that because I was like, yo, he still remembered the verse. But my whole point is when I picked him up, I was dropping him off, and he was explaining to me how like his life is and what he thought it would be. And I'm like, bro, you got a nice ass house. He was like, yeah, but look at the one across the street. He's like, the one with the gate. He's like, man, fuck him, man. He was drunk, so I cut him some slack. He was drunk. He's like, man, fuck him, man. He think he's all that. He got this big ass house with the gate and the nice cars. I'm like, bro, you're on the same block, bro. You're across the fucking street. Like, bro, calm down. I'm like, what? And that shit rung off to me as like, damn, some people will never be happy. And then you gotta be careful because that could happen to you too. It's like you just start taking things for granted, and you just be assuming like there's always more, or you start assuming it's like you never enough. And I'm just like, damn, I wish bro could see himself in third person, you know? And that's kind of like what this made me think about too. Cause like this dude right here, he looking at her like, bitch, look at your crib. He looking at her like, bitch, look at your crib. Like, fuck is you upset about, you know?
Like you ain't nothing but worthless. And yo, you
Hey, I love, man, I'm falling in love with NF every time I hear another song, man. NF is so fucking dope to me. NF is so dope to me, bro. Cause he talks about real life shit that makes you like reflect on what you've been through, what you're going through, and it's like real like relatable. It's real relatable. I fucking love this dude, man. still sound like Eminem sometimes to me because he said you only got one life. I kept hearing you only got one shot, a not miss a chance to blow. But he's more consistent. Like maybe you know what it is. I think it's because I've never seen his Slim Shady side, you know, and I think subconsciously that might make me think of Eminem as like not as serious, but Eminem's serious side, like you know, Marshall Mathers side, it's literally two pieces. It's like literally apples and oranges, but it's like damn near the same thing at the same time. I don't know, like they're both fruit, but they're two different kind of fruits, you know. But all NF, everything I heard from NF so far has been like kind of serious. He has a little bit of self-deprecation on one of his songs, but it's not like jokingly. It's like I'm a trash man, but I'm gonna be the dopest rapper ever type shit. You know? Yeah, but NF is fire, man. NF is fire. What this song makes me think about is like heaven and hell is a mind state. That's probably gonna be the title. Heaven and hell is a mind state. Because you could look at somebody's life and think they're in heaven, whole time they depressed, they in a mental state of hell, you know? And as an Uber driver, I see people try to drink that shit away every weekend. I'm taking them home. And nobody like could predict or assume what somebody else's life is like, even if you're looking at it from the outside. I see some crazy shit, man. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, yo. I'll see y'all tomorrow on the live stream. I don't know how early I'm gonna start, but I'm gonna definitely be on by 1 p.m. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Logging out. Oh yeah, by the way, get off my dick. Fucking dumbasses, man. If you don't like my pauses when I'm pausing and reacting, eat my dick. You can eat a dick. Kiss my ass. This is what I do. This is a reaction channel. If you want to watch the full video uninterrupted, go watch the full video uninterrupted. Duh.